All right, so what is circumference? Circumference, okay, is the distance around a circle. Circumference is the distance around a circle. Kind of like the perimeter is the distance around a square, rectangle, or triangle. It's similar. It's the same concept. Just instead of for circles, everything is a little bit different. So for circumference is the distance around a circle. So how do we find that, right? There's a formula. There's a formula that we use. It's tried, it's true, and it'll work out for you really well, which is this. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter, pi d. Okay, this is the important thing right here. A formula, C equals pi d, and all you need to do is plug in the numbers and you'll be able to figure out what a circumference is. Okay, now for pi in general, you guys have like a button on your calculator that you can use, but for our purposes, to make things easy, we're just gonna say pi is equal to 3.14. Pi actually goes on forever, but this will just say 3.14. I think on your iExcel, it just uses 3.14. Okay, if you use the pi button on your calculator, it'll actually, your numbers will be it'll be more accurate, but a little bit off from mine. Okay. All right, so here's the formula. Circumference is equal to pi times d. So let's do some problems here. Letter B, so it's continuing from our notes. All right, so if I have a circle, okay, and let's just say I want to find the circumference, which again is the distance all the way around. I want to know how long it is to go all the way around. And I say this, well, my diameter is 13 inches, okay? So my question is, what is my circumference if my diameter is 13 inches? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We'll do this one together. We're going to use the formula. C is equal to pi times diameter. And then we just plug in the numbers. So C is equal to, instead of pi, I'm going to put 3.14. And instead of D, I'm going to put 13. And then I just get my calculator and I do 3.14 times 13. 3.14 times 13. And I get 40.82. So sometimes I'll tell you to round. For right now, we don't worry about it. So 40.82 centimeters. So it means the distance around my circle is 40.82 centimeters. All right. So all I'm doing is plugging the numbers into the formula. The great thing about formulas is that if you have a formula and you understand it, it's really easy. You just plug in numbers. The hard part about formulas is if you don't know the formula, then you're in a lot of trouble. So let's go over some more problems, right? So find the circumference if, not is, d, the diameter, is equal to, let's say, 7.5 centimeters. All right, so, and then go ahead and put it in the chat once you think you got it. Oh, thank you. It's actually the first one should be inches and not centimeters. Thank you. This one's centimeters. Okay. So go ahead and do this one. If D is equal to 7.5, diameter 7.5, can you find the circumference? And make sure you punch it into your calculator correctly, right? Punch it into your calculator correctly, double check it. All right. Again, put in the chat, see if we got it. All right. Anyone else want to give a shot? Okay, here we go. Here's the formula, right? C is equal to pi times diameter. So again, pi, we're going to use 3.14. And D is 7.5 right here. So go ahead and multiply those two numbers. I get 23.55. And this time it is centimeters. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Put in your calculator. Make sure you don't have a user error there. Put in the calculator wrong. All right. So on and so forth. Okay. Let's try another one. This one I want you guys to try and do more on your own. Okay. Find the circumference if D is equal to, let's say, 18 feet. Find the circumference if D is equal to 18 feet. And then put in the chat once you think you got it. All right. Anyone take a guess? All right. Yep. That's good. Thank you. Anyone else? Let's put it in the chat. What do we got? Awesome. Okay. Again, just plug it in. C is equal to, and let's just go straight into it, right? 3.14 times 18, which should give me 56.52 feet. That's it. Done. Awesome. All right. How about this one? A little bit more challenging. All right. Find the circumference for this one. This one's a little bit trickier. Find the circumference for this circle. Thank you. Yep, that's right. So far, we're doing so good. So far, so good. Let's see some other people put in the chat. So it's a little bit tricky. All right. If you got 25.12, that is incorrect. What? But Mr. Leong, I just did 8 times 3.14. Isn't that right? Okay. Remember, the formula is pi times diameter. Is 8 centimeters a diameter? No. Remember all we did, right? Radius versus diameter? Ah, tricky, Mr. Leong. All right, remember, 8 is a radius, but remember, for our formula, we need D, and D is 16 centimeters. Yes? So now if we plug it in, right, the formula is pi times diameter, not pi times radius. Okay, remember, radius, diameter, different. Radius from the center is shorter. Diameter, longer word, longer line. So again, I need to do this. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Pied formula. Like instead of I pi him today, I pied him yesterday in the face. All right, so again, 3.14 times not 8, but 16. Yes? Does that make sense? Right? 3.14 times 16 is going to get you 50.24 centimeters. Okay? So I hope that's clear, right? Radius and diameter are different. On this formula, you need diameter. So if I give you a radius, you need to double it. You need to turn it into a diameter first and then multiply it by pi. Let's try another one here, similar. Okay? Find the circumference if the radius is equal to, let's say, 4.5 meters. Okay, can you find the circumference, please? All right, put in the chat once you think you got it. Mm-hmm. Awesome, we're doing really good. Okay, so again, if radius is 4.5, then more importantly, diameter is equal to 9. How did I get that? Remember, a diameter is twice the radius. So now we just plug it in. Circumference is equal to 3.14 times 9. And you end up with 28.26. So again, the formula, C equals pi d. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Okay, tomorrow for area, there's a different formula, so it's easy to get them confused. But just remember, pi times diameter, and it has to be diameter, not radius. Okay, has to be diameter. And if you don't know what a diameter is, well, again, that's what we did in the beginning of our notes. Okay, so C equals pi d. So if I give you a radius, you should be able to find the circumference. If I give you a diameter, you should be able to find the circumference.